Hello, everybody, and welcome to the announcement of the nominees of the International Media Festival for Prevention, IMFP 2021. My name is Cristina Portero. I am the project coordinator of the Media Festival for Prevention. Since 1990, the IMFP has been organized by the ISA Electricity and Information sections. Today, I have the pleasure of representing both organizers and being your host through this media journey. This time, the IMFP received 289 entries from all around the world. The IMFP jury chose around 50 shortlisted entries, and from this, they have chosen 18 nominees that have been allocated to one of 6 groups. The 6 winners, one per group, will be announced in our special media session at the virtual World Congress on Safety and Health at Work, which is taking place from the 20th to the 23rd of September this year. Let's get started. Today, we present the last group of nominees, which is called Walk a Mile in Their Shoes. It includes 3 multimedia entries with some amazing interactive features. Our first nominated entry in this group is Level Up 2.0, a virtual reality tool developed by Argyle and published by Safe Work Manitoba in Canada. Let's have a look.
Safe Work Manitoba presents Level Up 2.0. Level up your workplace safety knowledge. Join the thousands who have played Level Up. Find out where at levelupmb.ca.
I am very pleased to introduce Varinda Bra, Senior Consultant at Argyle, and Jamie Hall, Chief Operating Officer at Safe Work Manitoba. Hello to you both, welcome and congratulations. How do you feel about your nomination?
Fantastic. It was wonderful to be nominated and very honored.
Very excited to be nominated.
Can you explain us how this tool works?
So Level Up VR, it's a virtual reality tool where we immerse youth into a job simulator. When they put on the VR headset, they are asked to choose a different workplace. So we created a variety of workplaces from construction, like a restaurant, a warehouse. When they're in this different scenario, they're asked to identify different hazards in the workplace that they can see. And then their supervisor will ask them to do a task that they'd usually be asked to do. And if they don't identify the hazards, all of them, there's a potential for an accident. So we say like, oh, slow down. Your supervisor then lets you know what the hazard was that you missed, how to avoid it, and then you can go and do your task successfully. So it's completely interactive. You're in there, you're walking around, you're able to pick things up, put things down with the virtual reality technology. In addition to the VR version, we also created an app where you're able to play it at home, as well as a web version where you can play it online.
Why did you decide to develop this tool?
The reason we decided to develop it is, every year we always try to promote workplace safety to youth, people that are, in their teens that are getting their first job, and they're very excited to get their first job. But studies have shown and our research had shown they're not aware of workplace safety regulations as much as adults are. And we needed something that was a little bit more interactive and exciting for them to learn about workplace safety. Previously, we had been doing, like Safe Work Manitoba had been doing presentations. They'd have booklets and brochures and things like that. But it's tough, a 14, 15, 16-year-old kid, they're not excited by that. But as soon as we brought in this technology and we'd take it to high schools, we'd take it to, conferences or job fairs, they were really excited about it. They wanted to try it. There were lineups for them. So we made it fun, but we also still made it educational.
Yes, so Safe Work Manitoba has a mandate to reduce workplace injuries in our province. And sadly, there's still almost 5,000 injuries every year to young workers in the ages between 15 and 24. And so it was really important for us to have a campaign that was targeted at that group. And as Verinder said, That group is new to the workforce. We know that any individual in their first 6 months on the job are more likely to be injured, and young workers have lots of first times on the job. And so we wanted to make sure there was a way that we can reach out and reach them specifically in a way that was resonating with them.
Jamie, who was the target group of this product?
Well, and first, from what we've said, the primary target group was young people in their first jobs or early in their working life. And so that was the primary target. But it's important to recognize the secondary audiences as well. If you go through the VR experience, you in each of the scenarios, you're meeting with a supervisor, and the supervisor is portrayed as a positive and helpful person. And I think that's important because supervisors play a primary role. So it was a message to young people to say, yes, trust your supervisor and talk to them, but also a message to supervisors that they play a primary role in that person's safety on the job and that young person's safety. And also parents at that teenage first job role, you're talking to your parents. And so we wanted to portray a good working relationship in the workplace, that parents could encourage their young workers to approach their supervisor and to raise the issues of hazards they might face in their workplace.
That's great. Thank you for being here today with us. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our second nominated entry is a software called Examiner, and it was developed by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, NIOSH, in the United States of America. Let's check it out. Brianna Eider, Research Behavioral Scientist at NIOSH, joins us today. Hello, Brianna. Welcome and congratulations. Are you excited about your nomination?
Thank you. Hi, Christina. Yes, I'm so excited for our nomination.
Why did you decide to develop this software?
So we decided to develop the Examiner software really as a byproduct of a larger research study. So our goal was to better understand mine worker hazard recognition abilities. We had designed a fairly large-scale laboratory research study. And during the course of that study, we brought in mine workers and health and safety professionals. We studied how they recognize hazards, what they found, what they missed, and then through that, we had conversations with the health and safety professionals. And they indicated that the experience that they had in our laboratory was a really great learning experience even for them, and they had hoped that we could provide that opportunity, that learning experience for their workers as well. So we, the project team, put our heads together and got together with our programming staff. And they're really great. They were able to help us to develop the software to give mine workers in general the ability to search for hazards in a virtual space. So that was really how the product came about through conversation with our stakeholders.
I understand your software is being used in several countries around the world. How did you reach your target audience?
That's a great question. We reached our target audience by taking a couple of different communication paths. So NIOSH and the NIOSH Mining Program have really great communication groups. We worked with them to develop press releases. We used our social media platforms to get the word out that Examiner was available. We also have spent the past couple of years communicating through trade publications. So we've written several articles that are available in magazines such as Aggregates Manager and Pit and Quarry. They have a both national and international readership. We've presented at conferences, and over the past year, because of our work at home status, we've been able to give webinars and other presentations so that we could provide demonstrations and really show users how to use the software. So we've tried to vary our communication response to hit or to get information to as many people as possible.
What has been the reaction of the target audience so far? Have you received any feedback?
Yes, we've actually received a lot of feedback, and we've had an overwhelmingly positive feedback from our users. So the software has come out first in beta form, and during that beta release, we were able to observe health and safety professionals and trainers using the software with mine workers, and through that, we were able to see that workers respond very positively to using the software. They're engaged. It is a software that really promotes interaction and promotes conversation as they're searching through scenes, finding hazards, kind of learning and understanding those hazards in context. After the final release, which happened earlier last year, we got a lot of positive feedback from folks who had used and adopted and were actually moving beyond the materials that we've included in the software, and they're now creating their own hazard recognition materials. So we've had a lot of really great feedback from them too. So they're able to create custom materials. They're able to focus on what's critical to their workers because they can import their own pictures from their own workspaces. And through that, we've noted that we've been able to meet the needs of folks outside of the mining industry. So we've communicated with people in oil and gas and in construction and even in steel. And they've been able to use the software because they can customize the material themselves.
That sounds amazing. Thank you, Brianna, for sharing more about your product with us today. Congratulations on your nomination once again.
Thank you.
Our third and final nominee in the group, Walk a Mile in Their Shoes, is an online course called Online Young Workers OHS Course, and it was developed by Workplace NL in Canada. Let's take a look.
Every day in Newfoundland and Labrador, 2 young workers are injured on the job. Workplace NL's Young Worker Occupational Health and Safety online course is intended to help change that. This self-paced, self-directed online course was developed in collaboration with the Department of Education and Early Childhood Development and Blue Drop Learning Networks. Anyone can take the course, including students, young workers, teachers, and employers. It takes approximately 2.5 hours to finish, and learners will receive a certificate upon completion. The course can be accessed through Workplace NL's Certification Training Registry. The course is divided into 5 modules. Each module leads the learner through a variety of workplace settings and scenarios, such as a large gas station, a fish plant, a garage, and an office. As they're led through these settings, they learn about important occupational health and safety principles and practices, such as proper lifting techniques, routes of entry for hazardous substances, PPE, and the 3 rights of workers, including the right to refuse. They're also given a chance to explore different occupations and learn about occupation-specific health and safety hazards. All of this is accomplished in a learning environment that is easy to navigate, visually appealing, and designed to meet the needs of young learners.
Here with us today is Colleen Fewer, OHS consultant at Workplace NL. Hello, Colleen. Welcome and congratulations on your nomination. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Christina. Thanks very much. We're very excited about the nomination.
Can you give us an overview of this online course?
Absolutely. Workplace NL's Young Worker Online Occupational Health and Safety course was launched in November of 2018. It's a completely free, online, self-paced, self-directed course that has a seat time of approximately 2 hours. There are 5 different modules covered in the course. Module 1 is an introduction, an overview of occupational health and safety. Module 2 deals with occupational health and safety systems and processes. Module 3 looks at high-risk hazards. Module 4 deals with occupational health and safety roles and responsibilities. And Module 5 is kind of unique. It gives the learner the opportunity to explore various different occupations, to learn more about those occupations and how to work at those jobs safely. There's audio narration contained throughout the course. However, there's also an opportunity to provide a written transcript. Once all 5 modules have been completed, the learner does get a certificate of completion as proof that they have successfully completed the course.
Why did you decide to develop this online course?
Well, now more than ever, people are seeking out online learning opportunities to enhance their occupational health and safety education. So this course was actually developed in collaboration with our Provincial Department of Education and Early Childhood Development, as well as Blue Drop Learning Performance. It was designed to help young workers better understand the principles and practices surrounding occupational health and safety, because young workers are often at a higher risk for injury. So providing occupational health and safety education and training early in their working lives can help reduce that risk of injury. We identified a need to provide occupational health and safety education in an asynchronous format that best suits the needs and the schedules of young workers. And there's also some high school courses here in Newfoundland and Labrador that have occupational health and safety content in their curriculum. So when we developed this course, we also wanted to ensure that it helped achieve those curriculum outcomes so that teachers can use this course as a tool when they're delivering instructions. As well, employers can utilize our online course as an effective means to provide orientation and training to any new and young workers that they hire.
Is this online training part of a campaign?
Well, our online course is actually part of Workplace NL's prevention strategy. We've identified young workers as a strategic injury priority, and this course is one part of our efforts to promote occupational health and safety education for young workers in the province, ultimately with the goal of decreasing the number of work-related injuries amongst our young workers. It can be difficult to reach young workers through traditional educational means. So that's why it was recognized that an online course could help them achieve their learning needs in an environment that they're familiar with and that they're comfortable with. So we're very excited about being able to provide the opportunity for young workers to learn more about occupational health and safety in this online environment.
Thank you, Colin, for joining us today, and congratulations on your nomination once again.
Thanks, Christina. We really appreciate the opportunity.
We have come to the end of this year's IMFP Nominees Announcement. Thank you to all 18 nominees for joining us, and to all of you for following our nominees announcements over the last 6 weeks. I hope you enjoyed our sessions as much as I did. You can rewatch all sessions and have a look at all nominated entries on our website, mediainprevention.org. The 6 winners will be announced in our special media session, which is taking place on the 22nd of September at the Virtual World Congress on Safety and Health at Work. We will be very happy if you can join us. On behalf of the ISA Electricity and Information sections, congratulations once again to all nominees. We wish you all the best of luck. See you in September. Goodbye.
All entries of the current festival are available online at mediainprevention.org. For further information, check out our Twitter and Instagram channels. Let's keep in touch. The International Media Festival for Prevention. Media and you can do.